only affects older people, right? The young people manage to somehow develop a immunity to it or whatever. I'm gonna plug in my earphones here so I don't get any feedback. And Jeffersonian.
What's happening?
Well,
Thanks for inviting me. Sorry, I got a little bit tied up there.
that's all right. I've been plotting your murder, so don't watch this broadcast, otherwise it'll spoil the surprise for you there.
Oh, really? Oh shoot! I'm watching it right after, man. You better believe
no,
it.
no, no, no. I want the knife to be a total surprise. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Eleanor's going.
I don't want you to know which hand is holding the knife that's coming for you there. So
it's your left one.
It's not mine. It's not mine. I'll have a co-conspirator here.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I better keep my eye out. Right.
You better keep both eyes out. Yep.
Okay. No one knows where my office is, do they? Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Jeez,
I put a flag on. All right, I dropped a pin on Google Maps now. You know, here's the target. Here's the target. Go at
it. How could you, man?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's the shush? Why are we being shushed?
Because she knows the secret, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She knows the murder secret.
That's right. She was here long enough to get in on the murder plot. Yep.
I guess so. It's like it refers to her previous comment here. Oh, I like that twist. All adults dying. Right, like Jeff here, I guess. Is that where you?
No. We're talking about the fact that we're talking about climate change and the fact that the rich people are all looking. They're like they've written off Earth and they're ready to blast off in their spaceships to Mars, right, and try and colonize Mars.
Right. Okay.
And and she was saying that she had a dream, or she used to have dreams, or she had dreams about the idea that we all originated, humanity originated on Mars and messed it up, and so they came to Earth and started over again, right? And now we're messing this one up, and now we're planning to go back. Yeah,
that's a pretty good concept, man. That would make a great movie, wouldn't it?
And that's why it came up. She couldn't figure out why, if they had the technology to move from one planet to the other, why they lost that technology. I mean, we're just now getting to that point, right? So, if that was true, if we came from Mars, then why did we lose the technology? And that's where I came up with the idea that there was some kind of a virus or some kind of bacteria or something like that killed off, but only killed off the adults, so that the children, who were young enough that they weren't able to maintain the technology, they were the only ones that were left, and so we had to kind of start from scratch again. And that kind of explains some of the things. How did the pyramids get built? And so on. We were the ancient astronauts, right? Our ancestors came from Mars were the ancient astronauts.
I think that's already in the belief system, isn't it? Like on that show, Ancient Aliens, right?
I think we came from Mars,
something like that. Maybe not Mars, but we're panspermia, right? Right. That concept, right? It's we're from the stars, some stars, maybe not directly Mars, but
right.
Yeah, but that is an interesting concept, though.
Right. Yeah. I thought so. Yeah. I mean, Corona's given me all kinds of ideas. I was saying, when Corona stuck its ugly head up, I thought, okay, this is what's going to save the planet, right? Kill off about a third, the 20% to a third of the humans on this planet, and maybe we can save it.
Yeah, all the dumb ones are going to go, huh?
All the basically, yeah. The ones that believe the anti-vaxxers, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All the
people too much away.
Not wearing masks.
Yeah.
Hey, right there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, or what about Venus? I mean, hey,
Yeah, that's another possibility.
Yeah.
That is another possibility. Yep.
So where did you start the questioning?
Yeah. No. No,
It's been a while.
I did another what did I do? A scammers report. I did
Did a
another scammers
lot.
report.
Oh, did you?
Yep,
Okay, what
yep.
was that like?
It's just it wasn't as good as some of the others. This one kind of got frustrated with me too soon, right? You know, I said
Oh, really? Yeah.
but I figured out that something that's different scams seem to be that they want photograph or they at least want your telephone number.
Wow. Okay.
You know, because they either ask you to text them your telephone number. They ask to go to WhatsApp, and what's is linked to your telephone number. If you have a WhatsApp, you will know their telephone number. So the only reason I them to insist on moving from one chat software to basically its equivalent, move from Messenger to WhatsApp is, so that they can get your telephone number, which they can't get, without directly asking you on Facebook, right?
Right. I guess not.
Right. Yeah, because all of them have either asked me to move to WhatsApp or have asked me to text a message to such and such a telephone number, right? So either way, my telephone number would be divulged to the scammer, right? So that's what they're wanting, telephone numbers. What the end game
And I guess
what
from that, I was just going to ask, from that, maybe they, make calls and charge your number. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, possibility. What I don't understand is, especially since I've accepted more and more unknown Facebook friends. I've been perusing more and more Facebook profiles, right? And what I've noticed is there are a large number of people that, for whatever reasons, probably they just aren't aware of the fact that their phone numbers are on display in their Facebook profile page.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of people do that. I mean, mine was because I had a business. Yeah. And my business was connected to my phone, and then when I stopped doing the business, right now the phone numbers, the new owner. But it's interesting because my page, and it's just on my page, the business page. I don't think it's on my Facebook profile, but there's still, for some strange reason, Facebook, although they know these things, right? They know the owner's different, blah, 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 blah. They still wanted me to put my phone number on there. They still want to change the phone number back to me. Yeah. And I always refuse because it's not my business anymore, right?
Right. Yeah. Huh.
It's weird, very weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah. Eleanor says this, right? She's right. People getting information to create new profiles, right? To take someone's identity, right? Identity theft, right? And then,
you talk to
sign up on a lot of things using that identity. Yeah. Scary stuff. Huh?
Yeah. I figure, after they get, confirmed telephone numbers, pictures too, but at least confirmed telephone numbers, they can probably sell those to some marketing company, rather than just, use, to call all these different phone numbers. If you have confirmed phone numbers, right, probably worth more.
Yeah. Sure, maybe so. But I guess you have to kind of put your mind into the mind of a scammer to see what they may do with it. I'm sure there's a lot of little things that we don't know.
That seems like a pretty narrow space. Minds.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that we're not thinking of that they know how to do, right? To get in there, to squeeze in, that we wouldn't know. because we're not scammers.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
I don't
right.
know. I'm not a scammer. Are you a scammer, Dan?
Oh well, I scam myself sometimes, but
Woo!
not very successfully.
Not very successfully, right? Okay, so where are you? You're in your office or are you at home?
Yeah, I'm in the office. Mike's making noise over there.
Hey, Tim.
Oh, that's Mike. Okay. Hey, what's up, Mike?
What's
Yeah.
up?
What's up, man?
I
Cool.
was listening to you live a second ago.
What?
See what the delay was, because I could hear your voice. So I thought, what would the delay be on Facebook? It's about a 2 or 3 second delay
Uh-huh.
on Facebook anyway.
Okay.
So I heard you say like a third something something, and then like I was waiting, and then it came up a few seconds later. So it's a few seconds delay, but
Okay. All right. So there we go. Got a few second delay on Facebook. Yeah.
Got a few second delay. Few second delay. Few second delay.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah,
Dan.
Yeah,
Will I ever be happy? Yeah, interesting. This is a very interesting question because I just listened to this podcast. I always try new podcasts, right? And I was trying this podcast that I found on Stitcher. It's called Hidden Brain. Do you know that one?
Hidden Brain. No, I don't know that.
It's by this Indian dude, a researcher, philosopher dude, Santar Pidandi, I think his name is. But his podcast the other day was The Elusive Happiness, right? Right. How come we never feel happy? And he had a few psychologists and a couple philosophers on the podcast. Yeah, they talked about this very issue, interestingly, right? They were kind of, they went from the story, from the premise that you think that you're going to find something that's going to make you happy, right? One philosopher had very bad eyesight, just like myself, right? And she was just every day of her life, she was like, gosh, I wish I had, 20/20 vision. That would make me so happy. If I could just see everything, if I wouldn't have to search for my glasses, in the morning to turn off my alarm clock, if I could drive without glasses and such, right? So finally she got the LASIK surgery, right? The surgery to improve your eyesight. And suddenly she had 20/20 vision. So she went from being able basically not to see or not see very well to basically 20/20 vision. And she was amazed at the first day or two. And it took her a couple of weeks to get used to having 20/20 vision, right? But she loved it. She was so happy. And then 2 months later, it wore off, right? She was used to it, right? She was used to it. So she didn't have that happiness anymore, right? She was already used to it. So that elation, right, was already gone, right?
Yep.
And I think that's a big thing. I think, you have that thing that you think is going to make you happy. And then once you attain it, right, you're back to square one because you have it already, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So you're going to have to search for more things to make you happy.
Right. Which
I
kind
think
of
it's better just to be happy and not worry about, what I mean, searching for something to make you happy.
Right. But I mean, that it's that tendency that the majority of people have that makes me question, what I was talking about yesterday, about what could heaven be like, because if all our needs are satisfied, if we're, then I mean, that becomes the norm. And so again, we're not satisfied with that anymore. Right. So if you have 20/20 vision, then that's not the thing that you're lacking, so you want something else. If you don't have 20/20, then that's the thing that you lack. But yeah, so just like your story, so I just can't imagine any kind of situation that could be perpetual bliss, right? I mean, it just doesn't fit with the human psyche at all.
No, you're right. You're right.
I guess once we're dead, we're not going to be humans anymore, but then if I don't have a physical body and my mental operations are so changed that I'm no longer, driven by any kind of desire, because desire is a want, is a perceived lack, right? But if you're in bliss, then you don't have that anymore. So if I don't have any, not and I don't have. What way am I going to be?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
right.
makes it-
Then so right. So then you're just a soul, or what are you, right?
right.
You
Your
have to kind of
soul.
discern, like, what are you? You're a soul, so you wouldn't have the same desires or uh, kind of needs, right?
Not only
And yeah,
wouldn't have
I think
the
I
same, but
think
you wouldn't have desires or needs if you're right the perfect place, right?
yeah. I mean, no, absolutely. I think people, bound to religion or interested or very religious, still think that though that heaven is that kind of a place, right?
Yeah,
As it
and
were,
I think
right?
that's just the
Where you go.
I just think that's the ultimate grass is greener idea. It's a okay, so it'd be better if I lived in America, so that all these people wanting to go to America, all the crazy people that want to go to America for some reason, they think it's going to be better there. The grass is greener, right? Or they
Yep,
think
yep.
that it's going to be better if they get this job, or if they go here, live in this city, or do this or do that and the other thing. But the ultimate grass is greener is heaven. Once I get to heaven, then that's really going to be great. But it's the same thing. It's not. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I personally think that when you die, that's it, right?
Yep. I do too.
Blackness, and sorry to say,
Yeah.
but that's it, right?
I mean, yeah, I believe, that I will be, after I'm dead the same as I was before I was born.
Yes, right.
Right.
Exactly.
And so I don't have any right now. I don't have any regrets or any bad feelings or any negative anything about before I was born, and so therefore I figure it's going to be the same kind of state after I'm dead.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. I mean, you didn't know where you were, right?
Right.
And you didn't know anything until you were born, and so right. Yeah, the same thing's going to happen after you die. I believe that too.
Mhm,
Sure.
mhm.
Mhm. Indeed. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So I think, will I ever be happy? I think you just have to be happy. That's it.
Exactly. Which is what
Right.
Eleanor has been saying here. I believe I'm only as happy as I allow myself to be. Happiness is a state of mind.
Mhm.
Nothing can make you happy. Things can be right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But that doesn't. Perhaps happiness is coming from having nothing or having learning to let go of all materialistic things, having only not what you want. I'm dead. I'm
Right.
dead. Yeah, we did. I talked about that the other day.
Yeah.
What happens to my body, I
Yeah, I remember that.
I think I told spent $1,000 or whatever on some for my wife and I, which
Mhm.
is nothing to me. I'm not gonna right. So spend $1,000 so
Yeah. So how do
place to go have a picnic
right.
on Memorial.
Yeah, I think I told you my wife put some money down on a very beautiful plot,
Yeah.
right? Overlooking a really beautiful view under a tree.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I was kind of like, she goes, it's expensive, but it's going to be worth it. Okay. Sure, yeah.
It's going to be worth it.
I guess
To
so,
who
yeah.
and when?
Right.
Who and when? I mean, those are the questions that pop to my mind when
Yeah, right.
it's going to be worth it to
Indeed.
whom? When, right? Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway,
Indeed.
I guess it's going to be worth it to family because about where to bury you at that point. Okay, that's all taken care of. So, mom and dad took care of that. The kids don't have to worry.
Yeah. How do you feel about preventative medicine?
Preventative medicine. I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, that's kind of what the vaccine is.
Yeah. Or not even that. I mean, just getting a health checkup every year, which some people don't, or getting other tests like a PET test or things like
absolutely.
this.
I mean, and I don't. I want. I mean, again, who is it? Some guy. Oh, Mike knows him. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so some doctors talking about the, it's not how long my life is. I'm more interested in the quality of the life that I live, so I hope that I have a relatively healthy life, while I'm living it, and then, I mean, if
Right on.
the worst case scenario for me is to have some long, drawn out, prolonged, debilitating disease where I'm alive, but I can't really enjoy life. I mean,
Mhm.
that would be the worst.
I
Oh, you're
agree with that
portable.
too.
You're portable.
I'm portable. Sorry, I got to move around. Yeah, I gotta. I'm on the portable again today. Yeah, had the
Okay.
same problem today.
Ah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going down, but hopefully I'll figure it out.
My parental
Connectivity
grandparents got
issues.
a plot for the whole family 30 years ago. Space 420. It's huge. However, most of the family have passed. Their past has not used it. Kind of sad. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not used it. That is kind of sad. I guess you can sell it though. No, I don't know how that works. Can you sell your plot if you don't use it? Are you comfortable about that, Dan?
What? Comfortable about
Can you
selling
sell
it?
your plot? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't. Yeah, they can sell it even if I've used it. For all I care, they can. Yeah, I,
I mean,
I don't.
legally.
Yeah,
Legally, can a family sell it? If yeah, right.
oh,
I
that
guess
I
they
don't
can.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know either. So yeah. So will I ever be happy? Yes, I am happy. Ping pong. Period. Done. Right.
Mm. Yep.
How was your morning there, Daniel?
It was okay. Yeah. So I was talking before. Another thing that I talked about. It's such a beautiful day. We've got these beautiful white wispy
Yeah.
clouds up there. But it's streaked across this beautiful blue sky, and it's not too hot. At least it wasn't when I was out earlier this morning. It's hot, of course, but it's not too hot. And I was out on my scooter. I ran a couple of errands and so on. Had to grab a couple of things for the wife and so on. Yeah, it was absolutely great being out there.
Nice.
I'm ready for our road trip out to Costco on our scooters.
You want to do that today or what?
Today?
Or next week?
Yeah, I think we kind of. I need to plan ahead for that.
Yeah. Me too, kind of. I got to get my scooter running actually. Just check it and make sure everything's good.
Definitely would make it a faster trip if your scooter's running than if you had to push it.
No, I think I'll push it the whole way.
Well, that'd be healthier. That'd be the healthier way,
That'd be healthier.
Get a lot. Get that good cardio going there, right?
Yeah, it'd take about 24 hours to get over there and back, probably, but
nah.
maybe not that long. 12, maybe. Nah, maybe not that long. Maybe 5.
Oh yeah, at least 5, I would say. At least 5. Yeah, I mean, because what is it from downtown to Tokai University? When I walked that, just walking without pushing a scooter, that took about 45 to 55 minutes. So. Yeah, and going out to Costco, yeah, that's definitely going to be. I don't see doing that in 5 hours, but yeah, 12 I could see. Yeah, 12.
12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours. I think you could do it in 12 hours. Walk out there. Back. I don't know if you could make it back in 12 hours.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you could run.
Yep,
I would know people who would be able to run out there and run back.
I can. I'm terrible at running. I mean, at actual, sprint running or, but jogging, I can jog forever.
Yeah.
I surprised myself even when I'm out of shape. I can jog quite a ways.
Cool.
Yeah, basically
me
without.
too.
Yeah. Which I guess that's the point of jogging, right? It's a little bit faster than walking, but you can do it for a long, long time.
Yep. Indeed, man. Indeed.
Yeah. So anyway, will I ever be happy? I mean, I am happy. Yeah.
Ping pong. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm happy too. I really am happy. Like my grandmother. I think I've told you about my grandmother. She
you look
just
like
woke
her.
up happy every day. Thank you. I know everybody says that.
Especially from the neck
although
down.
she's been dead for about 7 to not quite that bad, thank you. She had big stretchy things in places that I don't, so.
Okay, all right. Well, we won't follow up on that.
So,
all right.
So yeah, she just woke up every day and she was just happy to be alive. That's it. She didn't have much, but she didn't need much and she didn't care. I always thought that was great, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I like this question. What does it mean to be? Right. So, I mean, this is again talking about existence. You know, when we say that things exist, what does that even mean? I mean, I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think what people mean by that, like, you know, I think there are some philosophical thought patterns going around to just be, right? Be in the moment. I think they mean by that, and just be and not let your brain kind of think too much or dictate what you're going to do, and kind of to get rid of the conversation you have in your head all the time, either just telling yourself you're bad or you can't do things or this or that, right? Or have negative thoughts, right? Just to be and just not to worry so much, and just to go on, just to be, and just to, you know, get rid of your never-ending thought.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I can
Never-ending inner
understand that.
voice,
Yeah,
right?
that I understand. But I took it to be, you know, be was as in existence. What does
Yeah,
it mean to exist?
Yeah, I think it means whatever you make it mean, whatever you want it to mean. Yeah, sure. I think that's just like, what does life mean, basically? Yeah.
So there is no objective.
We are biological creatures, right? We have blood systems. We need to eat. We've got blood vessels and organs, and a brain, right? So in this way, we're a biological creature, right? We're an animal of sorts, so we're a biological creature. I mean, I think there are other creatures, of course, on the earth who don't have the ability to think that, right?
Right.
What does it mean to be?
Right. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So does be mean that it has a physical?
Well, I'm just saying that we are, so part of it does, yeah, right? I mean, if you say exist, yeah, right? I think some part of it is that, yeah, that we're a biological, right, living thing, right? Much like a plant, except that we can rationalize things and think about things, right? So to be, and then what do you mean by, of course, be? Yeah, that's what we're trying to discern right at the moment. Yeah, so I mean, like I just said, you know, being can be just that, just a physical living creature, right? And that's it. By what I mean by a plant, that's what it does, and that's all it does, and it doesn't think about it, right?
Right. Okay. But okay. So, do concepts exist? Right. So does for example, does pi exist? Do numbers exist?
Blueberry pie or?
No. Do
I know. I'm just teasing you. Do numbers exist? Does mathematical equations exist? I think they're all human constructs.
Right. So a human construct. So humans constructed it, so it exists.
In our realm, it does exist. Yeah, because people can agree on it, right?
So existence is also relative. There's no the absolute. Whatever.
That I don't know, right? Because beyond being a physical, breathing, right, multiplying, thinking animal, right? I don't know.
Do waves exist?
right? Can we say, right? Pardon?
Do waves exist?
Do
Like
waves?
in the ocean, does a wave exist?
Well, it does for a few seconds. Yeah, sure. So I think the philosophical or the physical construct of waves, yes, they do exist.
But they're
Not saying that they last forever. And
but it's
so is that one?
All a wave
Is that one? I mean, is that one constraint of being, right, existing forever, or?
No. I'm not saying that, but
Yeah, how about
in what?
a light particle
No,
is, right?
wait. A wave. Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
but a wave, in the ocean is just the rising and dropping of water, basically, right? It's I mean, the wave is just the water, the same water taking a different shape.
Yeah. Right.
So that means,
Yeah, but it does exist. Not forever.
right? Well, nothing exists forever, probably.
Right. So exactly, right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
then it does,
Okay.
because you can agree on it and measure it. Right. So to us, I would say it exists. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Light particle too. You can. I mean, it comes and you see with it, right? And it,
right.
right, and we can all agree on it, and therefore it exists. Yeah.
Okay. So if we can measure it, then it exists. So that means things
Well,
like
if we can agree on it too, like
if we
what
can
it
agree
is.
on to be observed or perceived. So therefore, things in the universe that no human has yet observed or perceived don't exist.
Right. Right.
Is
And then you have to
observation
affect the mathematical equations that do point to some things that exist that we haven't seen. Remember, I mean, people mathematically could prove that the possibility, at least, of black holes, right, before they were ever observed. And remember, one group of researchers did observe a black hole recently. Remember that? A couple years ago, was it?
Uh-huh.
They observed the light around the black hole. When was that? Where was that? Yeah. So there was someone took a picture of the first black hole, the first picture of a black hole.
Mm-hmm.
So it was mathematically known, but no one ever, took a picture until they were able to, right?
Right. So
they did. So I don't know.
Observed or perceived, right? So we have evidence for it. So, like for example, the existence of Pluto was hypothesized before they were actually able to locate what is now what do they call it? It's not a planet anymore, or a planetoid or whatever it is.
It's a big chunk of rock.
Yeah, it is a big one. Yeah.
I forget what they call it. No, you're right. There is another
dwarf planet, and it's not a dwarf planet, but something like that. Yeah. Dwarf planet, planetoid, something like that. A semi-planet, a planetito. I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you, dwarf planet? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
forget what they call.
Yeah. So so then it existed because we predicted it. So if we predict something, then it exists. But what if our prediction is wrong? So it doesn't actually exist until we actually.
Well, I think
they're all big.
I think there's a lot of. I think a lot. Yeah, they're all big to me. I think there's a lot of predictions, possibly mathematical predictions and whatnot, that haven't been, seen or perceived or what have you yet, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think I think the observation is a very important part of it, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to my idea that mathematics is simply a language that we use that is the most efficient language we have to describe the mathematical relationships, the things that we see in the real world. It's only a language. So yeah, it's possible to create. It's possible to create well-formed mathematical strings that actually don't have any connection to reality. So for example, English is just another language in the way that mathematics is. So I could say, Jeff Morrow drove his semi-trailer truck through the living room of Donald Trump on Saturday. Right?
I did.
That is a well-formed utterance in English. It follows all the grammatical rules. All the words there are legit words, and the grammar is fine, but it doesn't relate to anything that actually has occurred. It doesn't relate to any reality in the world, and so therefore, I think that's what a lot of mathematics is. Yeah, you can make those symbols do what you want. You can make them dance the way you want to, but that doesn't mean that it actually applies to anything real.
Right. Okay, well that thing you just read there about me driving that would be fun, by the way.
Okay. All right, I gave him an idea. Watch out, folks. Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Right. So that though is just an idea, right? I mean, the sentence existed, right? The sentence itself existed for a short time when you said it, and now it doesn't exist because it's gone, right? But it did exist for a couple of seconds, right? And it was just a sentence. So in that case, yeah, I mean, it existed, right? It was just a sentence. It wasn't the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So the situation hasn't existed yet, can I say?
Well,
no, don't worry. I'm not going to drive a store trailer through Donald Trump's house. Don't worry. But you know what I mean? So there's that thing too, right?
Wow.
The form exists. Yeah.
The form exists. Yeah.
Like the sentence existed. Like you said, it's a grammatically complete sentence. Yeah. And it was a sentence. And like George Carlin said, what did he say? He said, "This is the first time anyone's ever said this. I'm going to drill a hole through my hand right at this moment," or something. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's right.
Yeah.
This is the first time anyone's ever said that. Maybe that's the first time anyone's ever said that sentence.
Probably. Jeff Morrow is going to drive a semi-trailer truck through Donald Trump's living room. Yeah, that's probably the first time.
Right. So it did kind of exist there for just a second when you said it. Well, you said it again, so.
Yeah. Oh, repeat. Yep. Okay.
So you know what I mean? Exactly it's not. There's a difference between that and the situation.
But the situation existed?
No. That's what I'm saying. The sentence itself existed.
The sentence existed.
Yeah.
The sentence existed.
Right. So.
Can you say that? Did that sentence actually exist? I mean, there was
because I heard it.
Yeah.
I perceived of it for a second, not even a second. Yeah.
Well, then ghosts absolutely do exist because there are people that have observed ghosts.
Yeah, I think there is something that exists, and it was termed ghosts. But you're right. Yeah, something is out there, I think, right? I haven't seen anything like it.
And flying saucers exist. Flying saucers exist because people have observed flying saucers.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, if
they observe something,
if the criteria for existence is simply observing, I don't know.
Well, there's people who have hypothesized about it and then seen it, right?
Those people do exist. Yeah.
So I think the hypothesis, right, of it, and then the observation is both of those are really important. I think, yeah.
Something brings it.
But a lot of things interesting are fleeting, right? Look at how many things are fleeting in life and in the universe, right?
Right.
Music that someone writes is fleeting. I mean, someone wrote it. Of course, the Beatles wrote great songs, and they're on vinyl or they're on CD and digitally. But the Beatles bandmates are, slowly dying. Unfortunately, everyone dies, so there's nothing you can do about that. Their music will exist or be in existence, or whatever you want to put, however you want to put it, for a number of years, and then that too will be fleeting and fly away, right? So things are fleeting, right? Which is,
so
to me, it's kind of scary, because it doesn't, not scary, but it's kind of the things we do, and humans as we are, or what we put forth, right? It's fleeting. Yeah.
Just because it's fleeting doesn't mean it never was to be. Isn't you always exist just to be in that moment, right? Yeah, yeah. Because everything on some time scale, everything is fleeting, right? Yeah. So
sure, some time scale, everything is fleeting. Yeah, no, I think it did exist. Absolutely, sure.
Right. Yeah. So,
yeah,
but
I'm just saying, it's hard to
need to have a physical
fleeting it is, really. Yes.
Does something have to have a physical component in order for it to say that it exists? Does there have to be something physical about it for it to exist?
No. I don't think so. No. Well, your sentence existed.
It existed.
Fleeting, and we perceived of it. So
okay.
How about the black hole issue, right? They took the picture of the black hole, okay, right. But we don't know that it's a picture, granted, okay, and that's as close as we're gonna get.
I mean, yeah, right. Supposedly it's a picture. I mean, Photoshop right. does amazing things,
Right. Exactly. Right. Right. Yes. Yes. Exactly. So,
yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't, so, we just have to believe that it's a physical thing, and people tell us it exists, right? So, thoughts exist, she says, or thoughts exist, and there's nothing physical about a thought. That's true, right? Yeah, thoughts exist. Yeah, sure.
Thoughts exist, I guess. Well, yeah, thoughts exist. So unicorns don't exist, but the thought of unicorns exists.
Okay, yeah, right. Now you're getting into the kind of the thing I was getting at, kind of too. The form exists, but the actual thing doesn't exist.
Right.
Yeah. Like Jeff Morrow was driving a truck through Donald Trump's house. That's the form, but the sentence exists.
Right.
Yeah, but the unicorn thing is just like that, right? The thought of a unicorn, exists, but the actual thing doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the idea of the multiverse, or parallel universes and all that, I mean, they may be able to show that through mathematics or whatever, but that doesn't mean that it exists, right? Again, we can construct the equations, but that doesn't mean it actually matches with existence, right? Yeah.
Exactly, right. And the wormhole too. Wormholes.
Yeah.
Apparently wormholes, mathematically they can exist, but we've never seen one, and I think it's impossible to create one now.
Right. Yeah.
So and then you have to wonder, or I wonder from that, where did mathematics come from, right? Is it something man created?
Yeah, well, yeah. Like I said, I'm satisfied with my explanation. I mean, I've heard people argue against it, but I didn't buy I didn't buy their argument. To me, like I said, mathematics is simply the language that is the most efficient thing that we have to describe the relationships that exist. I mean, the relationships that are. So
yeah. Right. So how about, like, if you've seen a physicist, right, by a blackboard with like a super long equation, right, with a piece of chalk in his hand, right, working out this equation, and you're like, wow, Dr. So-and-so has been working for years on this equation, will we finally solve it, or what have you, right? I mean, I know that's a language, and it's pointing to something, and it says a lot of things in there, but who's to say, like, one element isn't out of place, or who's to say he didn't just pull, one part of it, from the clear blue sky,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what kind of gets me interested and fascinated by it, right? Like,
Absolutely.
who made that equation, right? Is it actually right 100%,
Yeah.
He just pulling something out of his, like, well, this means this. And
I would argue, I mean, my idea is that, it's not exactly right. Maybe some very, very simple things, like 1 + 1 = 2 is exactly right. But like I said, our spoken language is what we are using and when we try to transfer the ideas that we have in our mind into the mind of someone else, right? To transport those ideas from one mind to another, and we use language to do that, right? And I don't know if my ideas in your mind are exactly the same ideas as I had in my mind. I don't know if the language was a perfect conduit for transporting those ideas from one place to another, in the same way that I don't know that if some of the, especially the complex things. I mean, if we're talking about, oh, look at the beautiful blue sky, and you see the same sky as I do, and we both call it blue, then it's probably a pretty good match, right? But these mathematical concepts that get so complicated, how good are they at actually matching what is reality? I mean,
exactly. No, exactly. Totally true, right? I always wonder that, right? Yeah.
Just the thought of the unicorn that exists. Yeah, the unicorn is to know that unicorn, just like the mathematical equations that might show that there was a black hole or whatever, that idea exists. But until it is actually observed, then it's only the idea and the concept of entity. I see.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's why wormholes, right? Wormholes, although mathematically viable, maybe don't exist, right?
Right. Oh, that was all. That was my last question.
Last question, man.
Yeah.
Where was that picture taken there, Dan?
That's my desktop. I don't know. I mean, that's
okay.
Microsoft, or I think.
Okay.
I think that's just a not Microsoft. I think that's just an Apple standard something screen.
But that wasn't in your dream last night?
No, not last night.
Not a black hole then?
No, definitely not a black hole. No.
Fascinating.
You got more time? You want to do some more? I've got unanswerable questions.
Yeah, I've got a little bit more time. Yeah.
All righty. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. Peachy Keen.
Today and tomorrow are the THT in Kyrgyzstan online presentations.
Today and tomorrow you're going to be doing THC. What?
THT.
Yeah, sure. That's what you say now.
Helping teachers, buddy.
Tetrahydrocannabinol. All right. Yeah. So today and tomorrow is THT?
Yeah. Kyrgyzstan.
Oh, Kyrgyzstan.
Online presentations. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I saw Brent Jones do his a little bit.
Okay.
And a few other people, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should try and set something up with Philippines.
Hey, could try to do.
Yep. I do THC every day. I'm doing THC right now. Oh, you lucky girl. Oh man. It's been much too long for me, but yeah, I chose to live in a society that doesn't allow that, and I live with my choice.
That's right.
Just like the choice to get to know Jeff, I live with that. I mean, I suffer with that choice every time.
Read between the lines, man.
Hey, look at there. He's just always berating me. Always doing things. All
He
right.
ain't degrading you.
Did we talk about this one? Why do people say they slept like a baby if they slept through the night when babies are known for not sleeping?
I don't remember this one. No, I don't remember
They do
this
that though, right? Yeah. How'd you sleep? Oh, I slept like a baby. Oh, you woke up every 2 hours and cried
every 2 hours for some milk.
right.
Some nurse.
Woke
Yeah,
up
he
every
had a
2 hours
horse.
and sucked on those breasts next to you there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh well, if that's what it meant, then I wouldn't mind sleeping like a baby then. Yeah, wake up every 2 hours. Okay, yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't really use that. I mean, I usually use like sleep like a rock.
Oh yeah,
Although
the
rocks
rock
don't
sleep.
sleep either, right? Yeah, no.
I mean, but there's all kinds of those mixed up ones. So like eat like a horse. When a horse actually eats a very small percentage of their body weight, and they say eat like a horse means eat a lot. Eat like a bird means to eat very little. But a bird actually consumes a large percentage of their body weight every day, right?
I guess that's true. They do. Yeah.
I think like the tiny
They
little
do, you're right.
hummingbirds consume like 30% or 50% a mass of their body weight every day in order to sustain, because their metabolism's so high that,
So high,
to say
yeah.
that you eat like a bird means that you really chow down. You're like eating half your body weight every day. Whoa.
Exactly. Maybe that's really what they mean.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, interestingly, birds, when they migrate, a lot of them don't stop flying for days.
Right.
They just keep flying. I mean, they fly over the ocean and they, keep flying and swoop down and grab food. And so they have to keep eating and flying in order to survive. Yeah.
Yeah. That just, for some reason, you're talking about birds flying, and I had pictures of bird flying overhead, and then had flashback to my father sitting in the duck blind out on the lake, waiting for the ducks to fly over to shoot at them. Yeah, my dad was a big hunter. He loved hunting, pheasant hunting, duck hunting, fox hunting, deer hunting. I mean, anything.
Did you guys do a lot of wild game eating then, I guess?
Not a lot. I mean, but yeah, some. I mean, his big was fox hunting, because you could sell the fox pelts for money, right?
Sure.
But of course, not eat the meat at all. Deer, we used to, Dad would get a deer, not every year, but about once every other year, he'd be lucky enough to get a deer, and so we'd have deer sausage.
Wow, nice.
Because the deer meat definitely has a that game taste to it, and if you're not used to it, it can be a little off-putting for some people. And I didn't hate it, but I didn't really like it. If you gave me the choice, I'd rather eat beef at that point.
Really, yeah.
But with the sausage, a little bit of the spices and herbs and so on mixed in there, and then it was like, oh yeah, this is good. I got into that. So
awesome, sounds good. Yeah, I love it though.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have it as a kid because my father wasn't a hunter. Although Pennsylvania is big for hunting,
right?
But yeah, so I don't know. He wasn't a hunter, and although I had friends who were hunters, so I didn't eat venison until I was late teens. But the first time I tried it, I loved it. Yeah,
yeah.
Good.
How about duck? Wild duck.
I love duck. Yeah,
wild duck.
Wild duck, I have had a couple times. Yeah, again, being
they're very different. Again, I mean, it's
they are.
Yeah,
they're gamey. Yeah. They're very gamey.
Yeah,
tasty.
They are. I mean, my dad, we used to have, I mean, even like rabbit. My dad would go rabbit hunting. Wild rabbits. So again, those are very different than the tame rabbits that the people raise for food and so on. Yeah. So yeah, we had a small amount of game. It was never my favorite thing, but yeah, probably out of all of those, I thought that rabbit was the most delicious. I mean, it's kind of like a different kind of chicken. I mean, a lot of things taste like chicken, but rabbit was more similar to chicken than anything else. But it was good. I like rabbit, wild rabbit, tame rabbit also.
Yeah. My neighbors used to make rabbit stew.
And
we used to get
You
some
shot
of that.
Bugs Bunny. They shot Bugs Bunny and made rabbit stew. Rabbit stew.
Rabbit stew. Yeah. What's up, Doc? Yeah. Right. You say we wabbit?
All right. All right. Answer this question.
No.
Really?
I will not answer this question.
Oh, I thought that was your answer. Is your answer to this question no?
Yes.
Yes?
No?
No? Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Which again is just another example of, well, so what does it mean that something tastes gamey? For someone like me, never had it. Like, what else can you describe it? Gamey. It's
tough, right? It's tough. It has more of a kind of a stronger flavor,
right.
and
Yeah.
tougher meat, right?
Yeah.
Because they're running all the time, and you kill them when they're in the field, right? So they haven't been processed or.
Yeah, so I mean, the texture, the toughness of the meat, is definitely one thing. But the actual, the flavor, I mean, it's like
Flavor, yeah.
Okay, so the difference between chicken and turkey, right? I mean, to me, turkey is like chicken, but like more something. I mean, I feel that turkey has more flavor to the meat than chicken does. Slightly different, but more. And so, if you multiply the difference between chicken and turkey by about tenfold, and that's the kind of the idea, that gaminess. It's something different. I mean, how Eleanor, how would you describe the difference in flavor between chicken and turkey? That's not quite gaminess, but if you made that difference even more pronounced, a stronger difference, then that's kind of what gaminess is for me. Yeah. Okay, so all right, so here's one. Dr. Morrow.
Yes, sir.
Is the word scent, in the word scent, which letter is silent, S or C? I kind of like chicken. I hate turkey. That's the difference in flavor for me. Okay, well then probably you wouldn't like wild meat, because I think it's something similar in the difference there. Anyway, yeah. So what do you say there, Prof?
They're both silent.
Oh, so it's ent.
Okay, never mind.
Ent?
All right, never mind. Okay. Either one could be silent. Put it that way.
Either one could be silent. Okay. So I can.
Well, I mean, okay. This scent we know as the nasal smelling scent, right?
Right.
The CENT we know as the penny or the 1 cent piece, right?
Right.
There is no and scent, S-E-N-T. I was going to say there is no, but that's the past tense of scent.
Right.
I've been teaching in Japan for too long. I'm like,
there is no English word S-E-N-T. Right? Yeah. Okay. You all heard it here. Jeff,
let me take that back.
Well, what do you teach there?
I never told you what my PhD was in there, buddy. It's not in English, by the way.
Well, it's in the recycle bin right now, I think.
It's not in the recycle bin. It's on my wall. No, it's not on my wall either.
Okay.
Somewhere in my house. I don't even know. Yeah.
Oh, I know where it is. When we had that toilet paper shortage. Yeah, that's
Exactly. I think you grabbed it first, didn't you?
That's right. Yeah, it's finally worth something, right? Diploma finally prove useful here. There you go. Yep, that's right. All right.
Yeah.
How about
you? Yeah, you're right.
How about the second one? How about the second one? Isn't the word Q just the letter Q followed by 4 silent letters? Q-U-E-U-E. I mean, it's just Q. C. No one knows why C is even there. See, he just showed up and wanted
Yeah.
to hang out with the group.
Yeah,
So let's
that's
see,
true.
stick around. Make English language difficult, right?
That's
No,
true.
actually,
She's right.
actually
Yeah, like,
spent, I mean,
yeah,
English
someone
uses
spent
spelling to
time.
distinguish between two similar sounding
Yeah,
homonyms, right?
yeah,
So like you
that's
said,
right.
sent
Mhm.
the coin, and sent the past
Yeah,
tense, and sent
right.
the aroma, have three
Yeah,
different spellings to make it easier for us to determine which one is which, right?
I think so. At least that's what you can tell your English students.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
memorize those spellings. Yeah.
That's what our buddy Greasy used to say. That was his excuse.
Yeah.
Sensei, why is English like this? Oh well, there's a reason, and then he
There's
give
a
him
reason.
something.
Yeah. I know he used to use all these little formulas and all these little mental kind of connections, right? For
Sound spelling harmony.
spelling harmony, right? Yeah.
That was like wow. Yeah.
Dad, I
Yeah.
don't. Speaking of that, I don't know if you remember this, but when I was first in Japan, I think I wasn't even in the uni system yet. I was still an ALT.
Mhm.
I went to one of Greasy's training sessions at Tokai.
Really? Oh.
And yeah, it was just me. But then I met this other dude there. His name was Daniel Miner.
Oh my God.
You don't remember that, do you?
I don't even remember that. No.
Yeah, because Paul, he invited me over. He's like, "Well, why don't you come to? I'm giving a little training session. Well, I don't know how many students are going to come. Maybe I'll have a few people, maybe one Japanese student, and yeah, this other professor at Tokai, Dan Miner, is going to show up." And I said, "Yeah, sure, I'll come." Right?
Oh,
Yeah, you were there.
okay. All right.
You had a little bit more hair in those days, but
Oh yeah. Yeah. Little more up here and a little less down here, around the middle.
yeah. So I remembered your name from that. Yeah, I think one Japanese dude came too.
Okay.
A student, I think, or no,
Yeah.
maybe a teacher. I don't know who that
Okay.
would have been, but anyway, right? Yeah, he was big on that. Those combinations, of spelling and sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, it's a very strange word, Q, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. Q. Yeah. And yeah,
A pool cue is CUE, right? Or a cue
Q
card is CUE.
Right. Yeah. Or a Q stick. Isn't that also CUE? Q stick and pool?
Yeah. That's what I mean. A pool cue stick. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Pool stick. Right. Yeah.
Billiards.
There's no word CEW, is there? Or KEW, is there?
KEW? No, I don't think so.
But again, maybe it's just to help us understand the meanings of the words, because the UE is just a long line, right?
Right. I mean, it's kind of the image, right? You got all these letters lined up, right? Why are they lined up? I don't know. It's a Q.
It's a Q. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Although we don't call it Q in America much, do we?
No.
We call it a line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Q's more British, isn't it?
Yeah. Stand. Yeah. Get in queue, right? Stand in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queue up
Queue
over
up.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
Queue up.
Get in the queue, man. Thank you.
All right. Here's one for our religious friends. Where do they put the
Very
Bible
good
in the
talk.
libraries? Fiction or
Daniel.
nonfiction?
You are such a bad boy, Daniel.
I'm legitimately interested. Where do they put the Bible in the
How
library?
can you broach this question to our religious friends? I think they
Fiction or
put it in the historical section, don't they?
Well, that would be nonfiction then. History is nonfiction, right?
Yeah. I think it's nonfiction. Yes. Although I don't really know that. That's a very, very good question.
It's part of a conspiracy theory. Yeah.
QAnon. Yeah.
Yeah. QAnon. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah. That's that. I think we should do that next. Talk about conspiracy theories, right? We can talk about current conspiracy theories. We can also talk about conspiracy theories in the past that have actually turned out to be true.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
You want to do that next week or what?
Yeah. We can do that. I can set that. I can find a web page about that.
So for my show tomorrow, we were going to do what? We're going to do the YouTube thing. YouTube.
What were we going to do?
Pointers, or is that what we were going to do?
Well, YouTube pointers. Okay, yeah, we can do YouTube pointers. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Good idea.
Okay.
Right on,
Something
right
like
on,
that.
right on. Yeah. Okay.
Or
Cool,
social
cool.
media.
Yep.
Uh,
All right. So that's another one down the drain.
sounds good, man. Down.
Yeah. Your favorite sound. Yeah.
Flushed.
Okay. Yeah.
Flushed, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
Look at that shirt. You were just in Hawaii. Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
You took off to Hawaii.
Yeah.
You
My
bum.
my favorite sound, you know, I mean, Eleanor recognized my favorite sound is also a whoosh, but it's, you know, the bubbling and then the whoosh. And that's, you know, that,
I wonder what that is.
that's the
You
Teachers
begin
Helping
with the
Teachers
D.
conference there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, the good old days. The good old days. The good old days. Yeah.
Did you watch Cheech and Chong when you were?
Oh, absolutely.
Kid?
They were my heroes. Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Sister Mary Elephant.
Sister Mary Elephant. Yeah. The movie Up in Smoke, that was a classic. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I love the one is Class. The class is very noisy, right?
Right.
Class. Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah. That was back in the era when George Carlin was still doing his
artificial fart under the arm. Remember that?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'd be bubbling all day. You know, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, good. What are you gonna do in the rest of the day, there, Dan?
What am I gonna do the rest of the day? I'm gonna go home and eat sometime here.
So, did you eat anything today? Speaking of, yet?
Yeah, I did. I had yogurt this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Great. There you go. Good.
Yogurt with a little granola in it. Yeah. Because just the yogurt alone actually leaves me feeling hungrier, but with a little bit of granola in it, that bulk seems to keep me satisfied for longer. Yeah. If I don't eat anything, I'm fine. But if I eat something, I have to have something with some fiber, some bulk to it, or I get hungry again soon. So that's just
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, I'm gonna do some work here.
You're gonna do some work. All right. Let me write this down. Today,
notes, please.
For the first time in history, Jeff is going to do some work.
3:25 p.m. September 9th.
No, wait a minute. I've written that down many times before, but I always say Jeff says he's going to do some work, but I never have an entry for Jeff actually did some work, so I don't know.
Okay, save this then. Save this.
Right.
Keep this around, man. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All righty then. So, thanks for joining. And tomorrow, what time?
Everyone. Sorry I was late getting on.
What time tomorrow?
Let me see. I have a presentation, an online presentation from 1:20 to 2. So, and I think before that I should be okay.
Okay.
Hopefully. 11? First choice 11, second choice 3 p.m.
Okay. All right. So 11. You don't want to do? You don't want to start earlier, or you don't think you can start earlier?
Maybe 10.
10. I mean, it's up to you. You know, either one's fine with me.
Okay, let's do 10.
Okay.
I think I should be able to do 10. Yeah.
Here's something. You can see my screen again, right? So up at the top, I just downloaded this app. It's a pull down menu, and I'm sure it's too small for you, but it's got all these international times in there, right? So right now it's 3:27 in the afternoon here. Great. Right. So Tokyo 3:27, Manila it's 2:27 in the afternoon. New York it's 2:27 in the morning.
Right. Okay.
Chicago, it's 1:27 in the morning. I got Los Angeles. It's 11:27 in the evening there yesterday. Melbourne, it's 4:27. Paris,
Cool.
it's 8:27. And
Okay,
London,
cool.
7. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. So that way,
That's
if
nice.
you, yeah, it's just a
12:27.
little app
Okay.
that I downloaded. It's really handy. Really
Excellent.
handy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. It's right at your fingertips. That's great.
Yeah, right there in the menu, so it'll pop down whenever I need it. So yeah, it's cool.
Beautiful. I
Alrighty
should
then.
do that too. Alrighty then. Thanks, Eleanor. 12:27, where she is. I guess that's
Yep, 12:27.
Colorado.
Okay, so that means she 12:27, 12:27. So yeah, it must be Mountain Time then.
Yeah, Mountain Time, I guess. Right. So I guess Montana's in that time zone too.
Montana. Yeah, you've been to Montana.
I have a couple times. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't let you stay very long, but they let you in at least.
They let me in twice.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, Mountain Standard Time. There you go.
I was
Okay.
thinking about escaping to Montana when this COVID came around.
Oh, I don't know if that's where you'd want to be, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I'm good. I'm all good.
Yeah. All right then. So
All right.
tomorrow,
Everybody.
10 o'clock our time. So
Okay.
you guys figure out what time
do it.
that'll be for you, and we're gonna talk about YouTube tips, right?
Yep.
We're gonna
Life in Japan, social media.
barbecued YouTube tips, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it'll
All
be
right.
like barbecue YouTube tips while
All right.
incorporating social media in Japan.
Right. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Come back again next time.
Yep. Thanks, Dan.